This is my Hollywood pitch concept map. It details how everything that I mentioned in my Hollywood pitch is connected in one way or another. Um, yeah, so I guess to begin, you kind of have to go to how my parents' background shaped me and shaped my high school and college lives. My father was born and raised in the Midwest. He was born in the state of Minnesota and hopped around between Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan for much of his upbringing. Both of his parents were working class who weren't really left much, and he had three siblings. Oftentimes, all of his siblings and himself were crammed into one room while his parents shared another room, and they're definitely a working class Midwestern family, which was a very different background from the one that my mother had. She was born and raised in Iran and left just before the Iranian Revolution, which occurred in 1979. So when she was in her early 20s, she left the country and moved here to the United States to live an entirely new life. She was one of 10 children between my two grandparents on the mother's side, and she also came from a family that had a lot more money. My maternal grandfather fought in the Russian Revolution and then came back and was a very successful businessman in Iran and just had a lot of more influence and a lot more money to raise his family with. Those two ended up connecting, just with the different cultures that I was raised with. Whenever my grandparents from my dad's side come visit, it would be a very nice mixing of two cultures, and these different cultures provided a unique infatuation that I kind of developed with people and cultures of the world, and just how people's upbringings really affected how they were like, how they interpreted the world and how they viewed it, and just in general how people and cultures of the world change, even if they may not be that far from each other, or even if they're halfway across the world from each other. The next large event in my life after I developed this infatuation was my parents divorced. They divorced after my freshman year of high school, and after their divorce, I was just a young man looking for something to use some type of motivation on, and I ended up using that, motivation on academics. I took AP and IB courses, and I excelled academically. I was awarded an International Baccalaureate Diploma, which is awarded to less than 7% of students throughout the district. And so it was a pretty prestigious honor, and I was able to use that motivation on academics, which also led me to just school and other extracurricular activities, allowed me to go out of state because of scholarship opportunities. A lot of times in the household that I was raised in, people aren't really don't have the opportunity to go out of state, and so my extracurriculars allowed for that, but they only really allowed for that because if we go back to this infatuation with people, I got really involved in school and church and the community and the people there, and how despite their different upbringings, there was much different community, and they were all just together in different ways, which led to me seeking community wherever I wanted to go in life. So I decided at a young age, and then I really reestablished it through high school, that wherever I went to college and wherever I ended up settling down with a family, as I grew older, I needed a strong community to fall back on. Because personally, I just feel like community is something that's very important, not just for myself, but for everyone in the community. And so that was a big part of where I was going. But in terms of getting involved and finding that community and the extracurricular activities allowing me to go out of state, there's also the choice of going to a school that I felt like was home for me, just because of my academic excellence. I was able to kind of pick and choose what schools I applied to. And so between looking for a place that felt like home, even if it may not have been home, the extracurriculars that led me to go out of state and kind of explore and expand my horizons further than just where I grew up, and that looking for community that I wanted, not just through college, but also through the rest of my life and a potential home. I ended up at Boise State University, which, my faith decisions aside, has been the best decision of my life to date. I love it at Boise State. I love the people, the community, and the university as a whole, and I'm very happy that I went there. And that's kind of the happy ending to my Hollywood pitch. And this has been Matthew Andrews' Hollywood Pitch Concept Map. Thanks for watching.